Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to day 12 of my 31 Days of Horror. Yes, a review a day for 31 days. For day 12, I'm bringing you a TV movie from the 90s. It was supposed to be a pilot that was supposed to jumpstart a TV show. Well, it didn't do so well, so they pretty much canceled it. And you can only get the pilot. And the pilot runs 90 minutes, so it's pretty much a full-length hour and a half movie. And we're talking about a movie that stars June Lockhart, Joe Lara, and Kathy Ireland in The Presence. Now, this disc is Platinum Disc Corporation's released this weird jewel-cased DVD. Yeah, I used to find these in the like a dollar bin at when I used to work at Circuit City way back in the 90s. We had these dump bins that had these weird jewel cases. And like Night of the Living Dead was one of them. The Presence was another. And there was a bunch of other films that were kind of low budget or off the charts. So with this one, could be a lot of glare. With this TV movie, is you have a bunch of people who are trying to get away from the government on this island because they're warring. So they all hop into a plane to fly away. And during a storm, this storm actually causes this plane crash. And of course, now you have a bunch of strangers on a raft brought to an island. Jeez. So this island is not what it seems. There's a lot of weird shit going on. And one guy actually gets stung, kind of, by a weird tentacle creature in the water. We always see as the tentacle. We don't see anything else. So we don't know what it's attached to. So, of course, you're all trying to figure out how to survive and everything. They find remnants of other people who landed on the island. And, of course, the gentleman who gets stung dies. So, of course, they bury him in the beach and wander off into the forest to try to find more and more ways to survive. Well, what they do is they end up finding a giant, weird-ass laboratory, like in the middle of a mountain. And come to find out, it's a weird research facility that's been working on government testings, genetic research, genetic warfare. So a lot of weird shit going on. Well, the guy that got stung, he comes back to life in a form of like an aquatic creature from the Black Lagoon type creature. And of course, he's now after them. In the meantime, while exploring the island, they find a bunch of inhabitants who are a local tribe, and one gets drugged up and goes crazy, the guy. So a lot of weird shit is happening on this island. You have people transforming into sea creature monsters. You have weird tribes that use drugs to make you hallucinate, to a genetically laboratory that's like a maze almost. And there's places to sleep, there's food, they have what they need to survive. The radios don't work, so they're trying to figure out how they can, escape and get off this island. So that's like pretty much the gist of this TV movie. Now again, this was supposed to jumpstart a TV show, so I kind of could see, more people either turning into a creature or other creatures that are on the island, to maybe more with the tribe, to, I don't know, maybe other people fighting with each other. They could have had something going, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and it kind of got cut. And the only thing that you can get is the TV movie. And again, it's called The Presence. I think it went by another title, but don't quote me on that. You can probably look that up. But other than that, I thought this was a pretty cool made-for-TV movie. It's definitely for the creature features like me. This is a cool little creature feature made-for-TV movie. I like the way the monster looked when the guy transformed into like a gill man type thing. And I wanted to see what's attached to that tentacle in the water. But again, we don't get all that. It ends up in the air. And we don't know whatever happens to the rest of the survivors. So again, kind of a sad note that this was a dead TV show right off the bat from the pilot. But it is what it is. But at least we have a cool TV movie where we don't get a happy ending. They get stuck on this island pretty much. So again, who knows? Would be cool if they actually, figure out what to do. Who knows? It'll probably never happen. But I'm glad just to have this on DVD to watch once in a while. It's a pretty cool flick. So I definitely recommend it. I know there's other versions of this that are out of print, but if you could find a copy of it, I definitely recommend finding and checking out The Presence TV movie from the 90s. And of course, you get to see Kathy Ireland in her bikinis. Yeah, that's always a plus. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of The Presence TV movie from the 90s for day 12 of my 31 Days of Horror. Alright guys, have a good night. Peace.